so far as with my family. It just came about as like, what was I in the mood to do? So back then, I was in the mood to do anything. I was in the mood to troll. I was in the mood to argue. I was in the mood to make funny videos. Each platform had its own reasons. YouTube, I really wasn't on YouTube as much as only if I was like collabing with other people and I did vlogs leaving out of Philadelphia. Then afterwards, so far as TikTok, oh, I used to be on TikTok every day. It was just like a must. Like I had to make 7 videos a day. Instagram, I lived on Instagram Live especially. So it was just like I used to just switch up the hours. I used to be on TikTok in the morning time, Instagram at nighttime. That's how I used to go for it. So,
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You had a full schedule. You knew what worked and when, but it was fun at that time. So that's the thing that I feel like with social media is people don't really understand. Sometimes it's so fun until it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
When did that kind of shift for you when you started to feel like, okay, now it feels like a job. Now it feels like it's not as carefree as it used to be. Can you remember like when that happened for you or when that shift happened?
Honestly, that started happening when I started doing MessyMaj, to be honest. I started seeing that everyone took what I did a little bit more seriously. And you got to remember that I have a big impact when it comes to social media. So whatever I say can really be attached to somebody in future reference. So if I wanted to say that someone is pregnant or da 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 da, it can really be like a true thing. So now I have to watch what I say. I have to watch what I do because it's all about reputation when it comes to me. So I have to rep myself and my supporters to an extent. So it all became a job when I started to do MessyMaj. So that's just me being honest.
Okay. Well, that's understandable because, you know, it kind of gives when people come to you for a resource and for information. Now it's like a sense of responsibility behind it. So you have to adjust to that. But has it ever became a issue to where you feel as though it's hard for you to get that understanding between you and your supporters where you're like, this is what I'm saying allegedly, or this is what I'm saying for now, where you have to like backtrack? Has that ever happened to you?
I never really had to backtrack because one thing about my supporters is that they take my word for everything that I do say. They know that I'm telling the truth, but nothing but the truth. And honestly, it doesn't really take a toll until I get on this miserable platform, so far as TikTok itself. Some of the people in the comments are literally delusional. I will tell them one thing for it to be addressed the next week for me stating that I was telling the lie in a moment, but then actually the truth came out to be what I said last week. So it's just be like, at this point, they only want to hear what they want to hear. So I don't even bother to explain anything to TikTok no more. This is the only platform that I actually just don't really care about. So because they're delusional, honestly.
I mean, that's understandable. TikTok definitely is not exactly everybody's favorite all the time. So I get where you're coming from, but okay, so if TikTok is not really, you know, your favorite, where would you say is somewhere that you really dedicate a lot of time and you actually appreciate and, you know, enjoy being on that platform?
Bigo. And the only reason why I say Bigo is because when a comment do get slick or anybody do decide to get slick out their jaw, I can say what I want without getting banned, suspended, on punishment. I can say what I want, do what I want. So honestly, I would say Bigo. I have 1 million followers over there on that platform. Yeah, I started since I was 17 and now I'm 21. So I'm definitely dominating that platform for sure.
That's fire. I love to hear it because, I mean, with all the TikTok ban commentary and, you know, everybody not really being sure, I've also started looking for where I was going to go. And tried Bigo before. It's not exactly my environment, but you know, there's other apps, you know, there's Favorited, there's Live, you know, there's all these different things, but it's so good that you have somewhere that you know is a home for you and you're always locked in. So when you started with Bigo at 17, Bigo to me is like, oh my God, it's a heavy platform, right? Like you got to get in, you got to fit in, or you got to create a lane. So how was it for you to create a lane and to get to 1 million followers? Literally, what was that journey like for you?
And I actually do respect you for asking that question because a lot of people didn't notice that I created my own lane on that platform. On that platform, it's definitely like different lanes. You have the gay side of Bigo, you have the white side of Bigo, you have the trolling side of Bigo. You have all types of different sides of Bigo, but I made the influencer side for Bigo. I made it whereas though that I got on there, I promoted the app so much that if a content creator do get on there, Maj Mob is noticing them, supporting them, gifting them, even if they don't have a platform, as long as they're an influencer, they still get somewhat of a notoriety, like just being noticed. So it was really hard knowing the fact that I had to go through a lot of people on my behind every day on Beagle. I'm talking about airing me out, cursing me out, leaking addresses, this, that, and the third. It was a lot. Yeah. So knowing the fact that I actually went through all of that just to create my own side of Beagle and being able to pop my ish, it took some time. It took damn near 3 years. So I honestly give myself a pat on the back, knowing that I had to go through a lot on that app, but I demanded my respect. So now everyone on there, they respect me to an extent, but it was hard. I will say that it was definitely hard.
I'm not gonna lie, I gave up after like 2 weeks. I was like,
Yeah,
who?
a
If
lot of people.
you're not shaking something, if you're not Kim Kardashian gorgeous, if you're not Jada Waiter, like
Yeah,
good luck.
it's good like that on there. I
It's
promise
nice
you,
to
bro.
know though, that you've created a whole new lane, with the influencers and things. I might have to try it again. I might have to come back. But
Right.
that is so cool. So what was it like when you first started beginning to notice? Because it's hard to really see it in the moment. But when you notice that you created your own lane, you have your own gang of people that is always going to ride for you and stick beside you. What did that feel like for you?
It actually felt great. When I did started noticing it was when I realized and I compared myself to other people, which is not a good thing. But I compared myself to the other sides of Vigo, and I realized that they need about 9 people in order for them to sit up on one panel to pull 3,000 views. But I can sit on the panel by myself and pull 4,000 just by myself. So it was just like that's when I started knowing that I had impact. That's when I started realizing that okay, I can do it. So honestly, when I realized it, it just made me feel like I'm able to do whatever I put my mind onto, whatever platform that I really want to strive in, I could definitely do that. So I definitely started realizing that like probably last year, I would say last
Only
year, two
last
years ago.
year?
Yeah. I didn't really want to take like I didn't want to have that role into thinking that like I was up there because I'm still human. So I really just started really feeling myself probably last year. So
Okay. Hey, and that says a lot about your humble side as well,
yeah,
because you low key, like you said, you was popping on TikTok, you was popping on Instagram, you was able to flawlessly transition to a new platform, which sometimes is not easy, especially in live streaming. That is
yeah,
not easy. So especially going from Instagram Live to Bigo Live, okay, that is a hard transition. So for you to really do that flawlessly and be able to still be a humble person, understand that you have influence, but you're not going to press the issue on that, that's
yeah,
big. So I can commend you for that heavy.
yeah.
Okay. So another question I have for you, right? When was a time where it was so difficult for you to understand where you wanted to go with your content or what you wanted to do? Because it happens to all of us as creators. When was that a time for you?
Honestly, it's all the time, to be honest. You just never know what you honestly would want to do. And sometimes you cannot feel motivated in certain situations. So that's when I tell myself that I could do it. So honestly, it's never really a time. It just be like mood swings. Like at this time, I feel doing it by yourself. That's when it makes it seem like okay, it could low key get a little boring. But when you start to realize that you don't need nobody and you can honestly just do it whenever you want to, it changed. Like my opinion and my aspect about the whole me not feeling like doing it, me feeling like I want to change something up. It really just changed because you can really just do whatever you want. We don't work for nobody. You work for yourself, honestly. So
Right. And
if
you're
your
full
supporters,
control.
yeah, your supporters rock with you. They're willing to wait however long you decide to want to take a break, however long you decide you want to just take time to change up your content. It really just depends based off your supporters, honestly.
That's a fact. And that was the next question for me. So when you started really realize that you have this huge supporter group that is going to rock with you, period. When was a time where you didn't really expect that, but you wanted that? And when it came, you're like, whoa, you feel me? Like, cause you can't really see that in the moment until
Mhm.
afterward. So what was that like?
Honestly, I started realizing it when I was arguing with a couple of influencers, and I seen that they kept getting my pages deleted. So my supporters was like, I don't like the way that that specific person is picking on you. So two could play at that game. So I started realizing, okay, we gonna play that game. So my supporters gonna play that game. So it just became in a free for all. I started realizing it when they started supporting me while I was doing MessyMaj, they started clicking the link in my bio. They started sending me cash apps. It was just like, oh, okay, I start to see it. Like I don't really know how to explain it, but they know what I'm talking about. Like, it was just like, you really got to sit back and observe the movement that I have. Like, if one was messing with me, oh, everybody ready to attack. Like, literally. So that's why you see a lot of people, they watch what they say.
Yeah. And I see them in the comments. They coming crazy already. I turn them
Yeah.
comments back on and say, yeah.
There we
Okay,
go.
so let's say in like 10 years or so, where do you see yourself? Still doing social media? Do you want to elevate to something else? What are some goals or plans you have in like 10 years or so?
I honestly probably won't see myself doing social media. By then, I would be considered an OG. So if I do still do social media, it would probably be less more of the lives, more so of like the YouTube and stuff like that. But I mean, the speed that I'm moving in right now, and I probably won't. I probably won't stop doing social media because a lot of people do enjoy watching me. So I don't see myself probably stopping. Will I stop being active every day? Maybe every day. But so far as stopping, nah, I can't see myself stopping right now. I'm just
Yeah.
getting started.
Right. That's what I would say. You just got started.
Yeah.
No
So,
way.
yeah,
And then, so
definitely.
with such a heavy support group, they really fuck with you the long way. What
Mhm.
is something that you would like to do to give back to your supporters that you see in the future or maybe sometime soon?
So my supporters really think that I should do a meet and greet because a lot of them suggest it all the time. So I know that just me seeing my supporters and they know how I am in person and just the loyalty that I have for them, I think that me seeing them will honestly just be like a meaningful thing for them. Like they will honestly appreciate that. So a meet and greet would be something that I honestly would want to do. And if I do merch, oh, they can get free merch. They know this. Like
Hey.
literally. Yeah, they know they can get free merch. If I see them and they know me, yeah. I literally had a supporter working at Dunkin', and I think I gave her like a $50. I gave her $50 and she said, Maj, I watch you all the time on Bigo. Once you tell me that you watch me on Bigo, you can keep the change. I don't even need it. So it's
Period.
gonna be like that. So yeah, they know that I got loyalty for them. So that's how I'm rocking when it comes to them.
I love that. I love that so much. Okay, well, that's all my questions for you. We really got into, the beginnings, how you're working right now, and what you want to do in the future as well. So, are you open to some questions from the comments as well?
Oh yeah, of course. They can come up here and ask questions.
Okay, bet. So, typically, I'll just read comments from the questions. Are you open to them coming on panel, or would you prefer reading them
Oh,
from the
it could be either or. However you
comments?
prefer. It's your interview. However you want to do it, we could definitely do it.
Okay. Okay. Let's
Mhm.
do from the comments because then I can really see better. I can, make the comments better. Okay. So, chat, if you have any questions for Maj, go ahead and drop them in the comments right now. Please be respectful. Don't try to get too messy. I know y'all love that piece sometimes, but let's keep it respectful and cute. Go ahead and drop any questions you have for Maj. If you're not already following him, make sure you do as well. Check him out and let's get into it. Okay.
Mhm.
The question's always getting crazy. Already getting questioned.
Okay,
Okay.
so I see a lot of people keep asking me this question, and I really don't mind to answer. A lot of people ask what's my sexuality. When I'm off of here, you don't know me. Let's start off by saying that. You may hear the things that people say, you may hear the things that people want to talk about. That's cool. But in real life, I like women. So when I'm talking to a female, she does not care about my social media platform. We all know I'm not going to say the person that I talk to, but if it comes down to it, it's just like that's me and her business. It's no one else's. But you're obligated to think what you want. Everyone have their own opinion about who they like. That's none of my business. Your opinion does not bother me. Let's start off by saying that. So we're gonna get that out the way. So that's
Yeah, get
everyone's
the way
question.
first.
Yeah. So that's just
Okay,
that.
I keep seeing this damn question about Pooh Shiesty. Mrs. Fayaz is asking, Maj, do you love Pooh Shiesty? Or Pooh White Shiesty?
Yeah, Pooch Weisty is one of my supporters. Yes, I love her. She's a troll.
That was crazy. I was like, I'm not reading that right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. We have a question from somebody with an emoji. They said, Maj, do you see yourself going to Boston?
I've really never. Isn't Boston in like New York or something like that? Or am I?
Near that area. East Coast.
But if I honestly, yeah, if I honestly just want to swing around there, I don't know what's in Boston, honestly. So I really wouldn't know.
Okay. We got a question from Yana, and she's asking, do you see yourself getting your mama her own land and her own built house?
No, for one. I don't even like spending my money on myself. So, the fact that I would even sit right here and lie to y'all and say that I would want to buy her a house, if I had enough money to spare like that. But right now, bills is a little tight, and you feel me. I still got to worry about myself right now. My mom good. She came when she
Right.
came home. She was cool, but I need to focus on myself right now. I'm gonna be honest. No, I don't. A lot of people will lie and be like, "Oh yeah, I just bought my mama house. Whole time as an Airbnb for rent." Like no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do this.
Well, at least you honest. You real.
Definitely gonna be real. That's a fact.
For so we have
Mm.
another question from Tay Marie, and she said, "Oh, where did it go? Shoot. Okay, she's. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry, Tay Marie. You're gonna have to type it again. Okay, unknown is asking, would you ever do your own show?
Actually, yes, I will. I attempted to do that, and we have some envious people that like to watch my every step and move, and they invited half of my cast to come to theirs. So, as of right now, yes, I'm not going to put a rush to it. Um, the time will be right when it's right. So, honestly, I'm not really sweating it, but I gotta really keep low when questions like that is asked because you never know who's watching. Is still my upcoming ideas, especially. So,
Hmm. Absolutely.
mhm.
That's always smart. We have a
Yeah.
question from Just Faith, and she's asking, are you and Neek still friends?
Yeah, I just got finished doing a TikTok with Nick. I think like 2 days ago. Hmm.
Period. That's a good cleanup question.
Yeah.
We got a question from Hattie May, and she's asking, what's your zodiac sign?
A Libra. I'm a scale. Definitely will be equal to everybody, and I love people until they test me. So.
Period. As it should be.
Hmm.
We have a question from Nay, and she's asking, will you make up with the influencer city?
When they say makeup, what's their exact meaning behind that? Because when you say makeup, makeup is be friends with people, and they were never my friends. If they were my friends, they would express to me how they feel in the house before they would go on live and try to be sneaky and whisper things in the background about who I am and what the fuck I. Ooh, wait, I'm sorry, and what I do. So, to make up with them would honestly be a push because I was never beefing with them. I don't beef with people. I don't get paid that much to actually have beef. I don't have an issue with majority of them. I like Benet. I like KJ, Brooklyn. I don't think Brooklyn is really a real person, to be honest, because I don't like how I said hey to Brooklyn the other day, and I didn't know that she was sitting right across from that. And I guess she didn't speak to me because Annette was sitting right there, which is understandable. But if we're friends, it shouldn't matter who's sitting right next to you, girl. You can speak. Don't be acting weird. Um, yeah, Benet, Net, Chris. I don't know who else is in. I can't remember. I think that's all the people that I don't. Yeah, I can't think of everybody else. But Benet, Net. No, no, no. Fuck that. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Benet, Chris, and Brooklyn and KJ and TJ. I don't really. And I don't know who else. So yeah.
Okay, that's a cleanup question as well. We have a question from Clipsy, and they're asking, Maj, would you ever make any music?
No, I don't think music is for me. I can't like I could freestyle just for fun,
Yeah.
but I can't really. No, I don't see music for me. I would honestly do like a little something, something like if it was like a viral TikTok song, just so I could perform and stuff like that. Go to a club and perform. Yeah, I would. Just
Okay.
clubs are free and stuff. So
That's what I'm saying. Because
yeah,
music, a whole nother area. Some people not. I'm not doing that either. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's wild.
Um, let's see. Y'all got some good questions. Come on. Okay, we have a question from Samaya, and she's asking, what made you forgive people that do you dirt?
I'm a Libra, so when people ask that question, it's just like I forgive people because I know that life is short. And honestly, I don't like to hold a grudge, especially when I think that certain situations can be resolved. So in life, you have to realize that when you have hurt in your system, you're going to do nothing but hurt yourself. So I could forgive a person. Damn, Brooklyn texted me that quick. Okay, no, Brooklyn, I didn't say nothing bad about you, girl. I swear, y'all be on it. Damn.
You just said that like 2 minutes
I
ago.
just said it 2 seconds ago. I'm gonna call you sister. I don't got no issue with you, Brooklyn. But no, okay. Brooklyn, that's just how I was feeling in the moment because I said hey to you, Brooklyn, and the comments was just like, mine said, hey girl, why you can't say hey back? Why you can't say hey back? And I'm like, damn, Brooklyn, I ain't know Net was sitting across from you. You ain't want to speak to me because Net was right there. Just say that. But no, I get it though. I get it. I know how my name can really make the room feel a little awkward. You feel me? When you got that much weight, of course, the room get a little awkward when you say my name. So it's just like, yeah. But no, all right, back to the thing. I forgive people because I know how it felt not to be forgiven. I'm not saying that I'm a saint. I'm not saying that I'm an angel. Back in the day, before I even became viral, I know that I used to do stuff to people. And I know that I witnessed people do certain things and make mistakes and not be forgiven. And a friendship can really go down the drain after so many years of working and building a bond with a certain individual. So it's not because I honestly just genuinely want to forgive a person. I know that in life, you cannot move on if you have hurt in your heart. So you can forgive a person, but don't get it up. You will not be able to do the things that you did the first time when you tried me. Because when you do it again and you decide to do it the second time, I will give you nothing but hell and only hell. So you take it one step farther, I'm going to take it 10 steps deeper. We're not going to do that. The first thing you did, I'm going to let it slide. But let's not act like I can't go down there with you because I could take it there. So that's just that. I'm going to be real.
That's a fact. I mean, that's a fact. And that's how it should be. Because it's too easy to like do somebody wrong and keep doing it over and over and over and people keep doing it until you clock it.
Exactly. I feel like that's when a person, and this is another thing, and this just is my advice to everybody. When you forgive someone so much, they start to study you and they start to sit there and they start to realize, oh, okay, well, I know if I do this, they'll be quick to forgive me in a week. Or I know that if I do this, they'll be quick to forgive me in a month. When a person starts to study you, that's when it becomes an issue. Because you could genuinely forgive someone and straight, like, based off, like, y'all relationship, like, oh, okay, cool, I forgive you for this because I F with you the long way. But once you start to study me and you start to realize that these are my habits and you start to take those for granted, that's when it becomes an issue. That's when you cut that snake loose because that's the part that really will mess you up. When a person study you, that means that they're envious. So you got to cut them off.
Absolutely. And that's the perfect way to frame it. I've never been able to like put the right words to it, but that's perfect because that's really where it gets. Once you give them 1, 2, 3 times, it becomes, okay, if I do this, this is the limit. If I do this, this is the limit. Yeah. That is perfect wording. So y'all need to be listening. Okay. Yeah. Y'all got a lot of fake friends, a lot of fake supporters. Meanwhile, they waiting on your downfall so they can take your spot.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just be smarter. I love that. Ooh, see, I like talking to other influencers or people that are bigger and better than me so I can learn.
Oh no.
Just saying.
You have definitely earned your roses from me. I'm nowhere near better than you. You have been doing this. I will applaud you for that. You have made me feel comfortable. You have been the only person that I ever gave the opportunity to do this with. So better than it's a stretch, girl. I love your energy. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't ever in life. They better than you because they will take it on. So now you want to do that. So we'll keep it to a I love talking to influencers that maybe have impact. Not better than though, because we're on the same level.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I really do. You see, but that's another information I just take from you too, because I need that to know that too.
Yeah. Thank you. It's cool for you to say that. Don't ever feel like someone is better than you because we all equal too.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, chat. This is a real conversation that I want to get into and enjoy because I was interviewing not exactly the brightest all the time. So I want to interview people that can teach us, that can help us, that can give us advice. And this is a real conversation. Me and Maj don't know each other, but here we are, really having a good conversation. I feel comfortable. I'm glad to hear he feels comfortable. So this is what I want to do. So chat, be ready for more of these kinds of interviews. We have another question from Celine, and she asked me, ask Maj when he's moving to Twitch to branch out even more.
Twitch. Everybody keeps requesting me to go to Twitch. I'm gonna go to Twitch whenever I feel comfortable. So hopefully I'll be soon. Like whenever I dominate my other platforms and stuff like that. I hit a milli on Bigo, so now it's time for me to hit a milli somewhere else. And right now I feel like that would be honestly Instagram if they stop clipping me. But I don't know. My supporters want me to do Twitch, so hopefully I'll do Twitch soon. For real.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I keep seeing this one question. I don't know if you're open to answering it, but I'm seeing
anything. Okay. You don't gotta be scared. Just ask me what you want to ask.
Okay, I got you. So this question has been overly asked. They're ask him about Nadia and Nyema. I don't know who they are, but they want to hear a little bit more about that situation, maybe.
Nadia and Nyema. Okay, so let's start off with Nadia because everybody thinks that I hate Nadia. I don't hate Nadia. I don't dislike Nadia. I just feel like some people kiss Nadia's behind. And as someone that looked at her as a little sister, somebody has to be willingly open to tell this girl, you need to stop doing the things you do. Because if you continuously do them, this is going to be the backfire of it. My opinion is just getting started. But just imagine the thousands of people that have the same opinion that I have on you. It's not the fact that I have hatred towards her. It's not the fact that I dislike her. It's the fact that somebody has to be willingly open to tell you the truth. You are a Bob. You go around and you do the things that you do, it will consider you as like a Bob in the industry, and it's not a good look. And the fact that she has friends that's in her circle that's honestly thinking that it's okay to let her do the things that she do, have a boyfriend every other day, is not cute. And it ain't gonna be cute when she get her my chart back and then things really be iffy on them. So you really have to be honest with the person like that, because deep down inside, I really think Nadia is hurt. And I think that she's hurt because nobody is willingly open to tell Nadia, hey, sis, calm down. Like, it's okay to do what you're going to do, but stop broadcasting it. Like, if Nadia was to do what she do behind closed doors and stop letting the internet get in her business, it wouldn't be no problem, because what you do behind closed doors is nobody's business. But once you put it into the internet, it's everybody's business. I have a right to speak on how I feel about it. But it hurts my feelings because as me being as real as I am to you, you allowed someone in your circle to get in your head and to let them say, Maj is only using you to get tea, when that's never been the case. I've been nothing but real to you. I stuck up for you when everyone was calling you the B word. I literally had your back. I said Nadia, and this is the thing that they always do. They post the bad things that I say, but they never post the good things. I said Nadia is a young girl. She's living life. I said whatever she do, she's making her decisions, because we only live once. We only live once. So in life, live it to the fullest. I'm not here to judge you. Should nobody else be here to judge you? But once you cross me, and once you allow people to talk bad about me behind closed doors when I defend you publicly, loyalty is down the drain, honestly. And it just hurt my feelings because I actually messed with her. So I can't really like respect her no more. So and another thing, like for example, you keep that girl name in your mouth, you only hear me talk about her when the comments ask about her. Y'all forget that I have a job. My opinion matters whether you like it or not. Because if it didn't, you wouldn't have had comment what you just comment. So honestly, a lot of people get so upset because I state what I want to say. So I get paid to say what I want to say. Simple as it can get. You don't get paid for your comment about me. There's two different type of vibes that we're in. So we're going to go ahead and cut Nadia off, because that's the only thing I have to say about Nadia, until you have any more questions that you want to ask regarding to her, because this is your interview, not the comments. Nyema looked at this girl as a cousin. As much as she did the things that she did, I was willingly open to forgive her. Nothing but love when it came to Nyema. What really, really made me feel the way that I feel to her to this day is I sat up there and I defended her against a group of people that did not like her, including Nadia, including her her current boyfriend, Dane, and a group of people that she hangs out with and she does TikToks with. She decided to post on social media to delete Bigo, the platform that was defending her, with the same group of people that she's hanging out with that was just bashing her, the ones that wanted to jump her, the ones that wanted to fight her. It really hurted my feelings, the fact that she deleted the app and she blamed the negativity in her life on Bigo. So she blamed Bigo for the negativity that happens in her life, which is respectable. Okay, cool. That was strike one. Strike two is when you got up on your Instagram platform and you made it seem as though I'm the negative energy in your life. When you pulled out the gun on me, you leaked my grandma's address. You did everything in the book that a person would have really cutted you off. But I chose to forgive you and give you chance after chance. Not saying that you need me in life, but you made it seem as though that I made it seem as though that you need me when that was never the case. I looked at you as my cousin. I looked at you as my friend. I defended you whether you was right, wrong, the in between. But for you to go hang out with the group of people that I was just cursing out on the strength of you, me helping you, and never saying that, oh, okay, I'm not upset that you're friends with these people. That's not it. I'm not upset about that. I'm upset because you let these people talk about me in a circle and you didn't come back and you didn't tell me that they was talking about me. I found out from Ash Show being in the same Airbnb with y'all that I knew longer, but I had more loyalty for you. So the fact that you set up in a circle and you let Nadia sit there and talk about me and call me miserable and everything else, and you didn't tell me what Nadia was saying. But if the roles was the reverse, you would feel every way and you would feel like, oh, Maj is fake, da 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 da. Y'all would be on Bigo airing me out. So I just feel like, honestly, with her, I'm washing my hands off with those ones. Because that was somebody that I spared. That was somebody that I let sleep on my couch. That was somebody that I really offered to let stay and live with me when the boyfriend that she's still with just said that they'll kick her out. But loyalty to me, I cherish. So that she couldn't give if she wanted to. She only will stay with people that she feel like she can leech off of. She doesn't have a home, so she has to stay with her ex-boyfriend. I offered her a place to stay. I said, Nyema, you shouldn't stay in a place where as though you feel unwanted. Her boyfriend don't even want her there. Her boyfriend was just cooped up with Nadia, literally, and now y'all best friends. So I'm confused. So honestly, even if I wanted to be a good person, we all know that they'll make it an image whereas though I do some form of wrong. But in this situation, I can say that I was not wrong. I gave nothing but love to Nyema. Love. So I honestly, I'm done. When it comes to her, I'm done. So I have nobody in the game that I honestly will spare, look at the same. I'm cool. For real. That's a fact. So I'm done with that one.
I am so sorry. Just hearing these situations and what these girls have done to you is insane to hear. Mm-hmm. Because you've already said that you're a forgiving person. You're willing to, have loyalty over, little situations and such. And the situations you're describing are not even little situations. So I'm sorry you're even having to deal with this kind of, issues with these people, because it sounds like you was finna ride to the end.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Once it gets on TikTok, it may look like I'm messy or this, that, and the third, but when you're watching the lives 25/8, you will understand a different point of view because you're here when every detail is happening. They only get the clips when I react to certain things. They don't get the clips on why I'm reacting to certain things. So when it comes down to all of that, it's going to look like I'm the bad person in every situation. But deep down inside, if you know me in real life, anybody that ever vibed with me knows that I'm a genuine person. I will not put your business out on social media. I will not do all of that. So it's still things that I know about people that I don't put out there. But what I will say is, once the business start to get on social media, I can't be biased and not talk about it. That's what hurt their feelings. So I could keep stuff to myself. Mm-hmm. They can never tell me that I exposed someone's personal business that I knew offline, because I know a lot of people's personal business. But these kids, they'll never understand where I'm coming from. So, yeah.
I understand. Damn. Okay. I keep seeing this name over and over. I got a question about Ida and Naya. Or Nia.
Nia. Oh. Nia. Okay, this is the thing with Nia. I don't have a issue with Nia for the 10th billion time. I don't have an issue with Nia. They are still stuck on the fact that I think like 7 months ago, I said that she's not attracted. Me and her had a phone call conversation. She asked me for a favor. The favor was done. I don't have an issue with Nia. I don't have no issue with her. If she had an issue about what I said, when she seen me, she would have pulled me over to the side and we could have had a conversation. I just don't know Nia. I don't know her like that, like how everyone else. So when the question keeps getting asked, oh, do you have an issue with her? It's the comments wanting me to have an issue with her. And then when I give them what they want, I'm the bad guy. So she knows I don't have an issue with her. I don't have an issue with anything that she does. I don't know her like that. You barely see me talk about her. That it was them edit pages. The edit pages made edits and they made it an issue because of what I said. So, I mean, I don't get mad when they have an opinion on me. I really don't care. So, yeah.
And it is what it is. And the last person was Ida or Ida.
Oh, Ida, I feel like honestly, I'm done with Ida. I feel like when I found out that, okay, so basically we all know what I do. I do the MessyMaj stuff. So let me ask you a question. If I'm your friend and you're about to do an interview with, let's just say, Soulja Boy. You're about to do an interview with Soulja Boy and I'm on the phone with Soulja Boy like, oh yeah, Soulja Boy, don't go to her interview. She's going to do nothing but messy. Don't go, don't go, don't go. And you find out as me being your friend that I told him not to go to your interview. How does that make you feel?
I'm gonna be pissed. Because why is you trying to stop my motion? You trying to stop my bag and what I like to do or what I do? That's not cool. I would absolutely have a problem with that.
And that's what happened with Ida. So when it comes to that, it's just like, oh, okay, so I'm finding out behind closed doors that you telling people not to come to my stuff or you telling people not to get up on live with me. It's like you just was at my crib sleeping on my couch and we was just cool at the club and everything. You was just in here telling me certain stuff that happened. You was just telling me about the same people you was just hanging out with. You was talking about them in my crib. So at this point, it's like you telling them to not get up on my live when you was just in the crib talking about them. So at this given point, I really don't know what it is with her. When she get around them other people, that's when it just becomes weird. So I really don't want to be friends with somebody like that. No, like at this point, I don't really want to be friends with her no more. So.
That's completely understandable. I had a similar situation and they was cut off quick because I'm just dry. You know, I'm just getting started and you already trying to stop the motion or, you know, what I'm trying to do. That's not a friend. You've never been a friend. You're envious. You're jealous and you're trying to cut what I'm doing for whatever reason that works for you. I don't like that.
I don't like it either. So I'm honestly, ever since I found that out, I always got that vibe, but it was just really hard to believe because I just had you at my crib. We just was talking. We just was at the club. So it was just like, but this is the second person that said that was just in the house with her. So at this given point, it's just like, I'm done. I'm cool. So, yeah.
Maj, you know, I'm so sorry, but I feel like, you know, things like this are always going to happen to them people who create a lane, they eat that lane, and they keep giving to the lane. Because it sounds like you're not somebody who's going to back down. You're going to keep pushing. You're going to keep growing. You just said you had a milli on Bigo. You ready for the next milli. So you're going to keep grinding. You're always going to keep going. So I feel like that's super intimidating to a lot of people. So, you know, I'm glad that you handle it so well. You sound like a young man with a really good head on your shoulders. I'm 28.
I do appreciate that.
21. And you are doing a big...
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 28.
You 28?
Yeah.
You look like you like 20.
No, I'm 28, yeah.
What the fuck? I ain't know that. Okay, all right. I did not know. You really look young. I really did not know that. I would have thought like you was like 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes. I did not know that. Oh, wow. That's really good. Okay, that's good.
That. Thank you. But, you're welcome. Throughout this whole interview, I just really wanted to give you your flowers because you really do have such a good head on your shoulders. You know what you're trying to do. You're creating a lane. No matter how hard it is, you're going to push. So I really, really appreciate that about you. And I appreciate you so much for doing this interview. My last question that I always ask is there something new on the way that you want to let your supporters about or to let your followers or supporters know about? Or is there something that you want to clear up and tell your side of the story?
I got both. I'm gonna give you which one. So far as something new coming up, I can't really share that because, like I said, I had people that's envious. But they know that I have something stored for them. It's definitely gonna come soon. Something that I always wanted to. I don't have to clear up. Let's start off by saying that these people. We're gonna start off by saying that. What I do want people to know is that I don't beef with people that want to do what I do. So when y'all start off and y'all try to make something than what it is, I don't have an issue with Influencer City people. I've been there, done that. I got paid to be on the show. I left with my money. I don't care about none of that. Now, in future reference, when I personally feel like someone is envious of what I do, don't send it to me. Don't tell me what a person's saying. And honestly, y'all know the real. I've been there, done that. I do what they all want to do. So, and one more thing I do want to clear up real quick. For y'all people on TikTok, this is the 10th time I'm gonna say this. Start doing y'all research before y'all just pick a side. Y'all don't like me because I'm messy, but y'all don't like the things that I do to people. But when they do stuff to me, is an issue. Like, I mean, it's never an issue. Like they can talk about my grandma, they can talk about my mom. But the moment I start to mention somebody's children, or I start to mention someone's mother or grandmother, it becomes an issue. So let's just play the roles really, really fair here. If you talk about any of my family members, I'm willing to talk about any of yours. And there's no rules to disrespect. Remember that in life. So honestly, I said everything that I had to say. And if anyone got an issue with me, you're just gonna have to see me in person because I don't argue with comments. So that's just that. I'm honestly tired of these people on TikTok.
Mm. It is what it is after that.
Yeah, that part.
Well,
So
that's all, folks. That is all, folks. Maj, thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy to be your first. Like, you believed in me enough to be like, let me give it her
yeah,
a chance.
honestly, I was just like, yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. Let me give it a try real quick. So I'm like, I don't care, I'll do it.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I
You're
hope
welcome.
everybody in this room, we got 1.4. Make sure you follow Maj. Check out all his
Make
socials.
sure y'all follow her too. Make sure they follow you too. Everybody follow her. So yeah, thank you. I really do appreciate this interview. You have been nothing but good vibes. Whenever you want me back, I'll be your guest again. It doesn't matter to me.
I got you. I will definitely hit you up. I really appreciate it. And y'all, this is exactly the kind of vibes I want to bring back. I want to bring back people that we can learn from. We can get to know them a little bit better and, be real. That's why I have it on sub only at the beginning when I'm asking questions, because I want them to focus. I want to focus. When it gets to the questions and the comments and things like that, then we can do that. You feel me? So I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And I'll definitely hit you up if we need a, update interview.
Okay. All right. Well, it was nice joining this interview. I really do appreciate you, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
All right, chat. We did it. We had Maj. We had an interview with him. How y'all feeling about that interview?